I've got 10 tips for you that's worked for me to make money in the strip club. And one thing I will point out is it's not always the prettiest girl in the club or the hottest girl that makes the most money. You know, I watch people, I see what they do. Yeah, it's not always the prettiest ones, yeah. Obviously being pretty helps, but I've definitely seen a lot of like super hot, like supermodel looking girls like not getting dances. I don't want to be a bitch or anything, but I feel like girls that were born pretty, or not girls, anybody that was born pretty, you actually have not learned to develop a personality. It's like, you know, everything gets handed to you. So yeah, they're not used to, they don't know how to talk to people. Other people have to work harder for the money. People got to work harder. But then if you've got the winning combo of being like super hot and an amazing personality, well, you're in for a win. But anyway, here's my top tips, okay? Tip number one, this is the number one tip that will make the most money. Number one, all you have to do is ask. Just ask for the money, yeah? I remember when I first started, I was in England, £20 was the minimum, £20 for 3 minutes. And all I would ever get was £20 dances. All the other girls were like in the VIP room for half an hour, 1 hour, whatever. And I was only getting the £20 dances. I'm like, what the hell am I like not doing, or what are these girls doing? Why are they always getting the VIP and I'm getting these like £20 dances? So I managed to get a steady stream of £20 dances, and you know, we got the prices right there, you know, how much it costs for an hour. And none of the customers were asking me for an hour. Why did no one ask me for half an hour or an hour? I didn't know why. But then you know what I did? I started asking. I asked them for the half an hour or the 1 hour. I started asking, that's what I got. If I only ask for the minimum, I'm only gonna get the minimum. If I ask for the top, I'm gonna get the top. Just ask. Whatever, ask. Just ask for whatever you want. Point number two, what you should ask, do not give too many options, okay? Don't give them too many options, it's too confusing. I'll give you an example. In my old club, I would hear the girls like trying to tell the guys the prices all the time. I could hear them, and oh man, this is what they used to say. These are the price options. Just tell me if you can get confused. So 50 for 7 minutes, 80 for 12 minutes, 100 for 15 minutes, 120 for 20 minutes, 200 for half an hour, 400 for 1 hour. Which one do you want? And they're like, that's too complicated, yeah? When you're drunk at a club, you're only gonna remember the first or the last one. So do not give too many options. So the options that you have to give, always go high. Yeah, point number three, go high. Go to the sky, yeah? Our highest price that is listed, the highest price is 400 for 1 hour. I ask customers for 1,000. I go 1,000, I go off the chart, yeah? Hardly anybody ever pays for 1,000. Not really many people do it. But if you don't ask, in the last year, 2 people went for the $1,000 with me in the last year. 2 people went for the thousands. But the thing is, if you're going high and they say no, you can go down to the next one lower. And if they say no to that, you can go lower. If they say no, you can go lower. If you start at the minimum, if you're starting at $50 the minimum, it's kind of harder to bump the price up after that. Like, you always got to go high. And especially after I start with 1,000, the $400 one seems cheap. It seems cheap, so just start with 1,000. Why not ask them for 2,000? All they could do is say no, and then when you show them the price list, 400, that sounds like a bargain. So always go high. And then number 4, always ask to extend. Always ask to extend. And if you're asking to extend, if they started on a $400 dance, if they extend, let's extend for another 400 and another 400. But if you asked for a $50 dance and they extend, they're probably going to do another 50 and another 50. So whatever you started on and they extend, they'll probably extend the same amount. So either ask to extend. If they don't want to extend, ask for a tip. You know, if extend is too much, like, oh babe, would you like to give me a tip? And if they say no to the tip, then fair enough. And one more thing I want to say about asking for tips. I ask for tips all the time. I'll be like, hey, would you like to give me a tip? And some guys think they're supposed to give a tip because if they don't go to strip clubs often, they think, oh, maybe they're supposed to. Like, tips are optional, but just because like you've asked, they might just give it because you've asked. The only thing I would say about tips, the one thing I hate, is when girls beg for tips. I've seen girls, I would never beg. I would say, hey, would you like to give me a tip? If they say no, I'll leave it at that. When the girls beg, it is so embarrassing. There's like, oh, babe, tip me, come on, grab it as oh, please, come on. And they're going like this for like 5-10 minutes. Come on, babe, tip me. And sometimes I've been working together with another girl, we're working together, and then she starts begging for the tip. And I'm like so embarrassed to be like stood with her then. And then I'm feeling like, do I need to like back her up and do the same? I have seen the begging for tips working. I've seen girls actually get money after begging, but you're probably just getting paid to go away at that point. But yeah, I would never beg for tips, but I would always ask everybody for a tip and never beg. No way. And then that's just annoying for the customer too. It's going to put them off. And when I'm trying to get a guy in for a lap dance, I never spend too long talking with them. So when I first started, I would always I would chat to a customer for ages, maybe half an hour to an hour. I'd be like talking to him, like, you know, after you've talked for like an hour, they really like you, yeah? Entertaining, chatting for 1 hour. So, you know, after 1 hour, they really like me. And I spent that whole 1 hour talking, and then I only got the $50 dance. A whole hour for the $50? I used to feel good about myself. Yes, I broke him, I got that 50. But now I've changed my strategy. What I do now, I only speak to like 5 minutes at a time maximum. In that 1 hour I spent talking to that customer, I could have gone around to 10, 20, 15 other customers. 10, 15 other customers. I could have got maybe 4 $50 dances, or I might have found a customer that wanted to take me in for 1 hour, 2 hours or whatever. I only spent 5 minutes. That 1 hour I can be going around speaking to so many customers. Hey, all those other customers might be no, and then I've got that one guy that's taken me for that 1 hour, and then he likes me and he wants to extend, so I do not spend. That's my new strategy. Unless the club is like super dead, there's no one else there, then I will talk to them for longer. My next point is I never play pool. I never play pool with the customers in the club. When I first went to a strip club that had a pool table, I thought, oh man, this is so cool. We can play pool with the customers. We could even get tips to do like topless pool or nude pool or whatever. And I don't know, topless pool is like $50 or something. So I did that a few times playing pool with the customers. And then I realized like once I'm in the middle of a game of pool with a customer, I see like new customers have come into the club, like brand new ones, and I want to like go and talk to the new ones, try and like get a dance. And now I'm stuck in the middle of the pool game. I can't like walk out halfway through the pool game saying, sorry guys, I want to talk to these customers, which also takes me back to not spending too long with customers. And this is also the same reason I never smoke with the customers either. I'm a non-smoker, but yeah, you get out in the smoking area with them, they're like, oh, come for a smoke with me. So they are waiting, talking with them while they smoke, like, we could be going for a dance now. And then they whip out another one, they smoke 2 or 3 in a row, it's like, yeah. So yeah, I just tell them I don't smoke. But in that time they were out smoking, I could have gone around, got another customer, dance with that customer. By the time they finished smoking, I'm ready to dance with them. And also this applies to drinking with customers too. I don't want to spend too long drinking with customers. I actually quite enjoy drinking with customers because I like to chat and have a drink. But yeah, if I start drinking with customers, again, I'm talking for ages. The time I've been talking and drinking with a customer, I could have gone around and got more dances. Next one, so I like to build trust with the customers, okay? So this doesn't really get me a lap dance directly just from building the trust, but it just helps build the rapport and I'm gonna get a dance with them later, or if not, it only takes me like 2 seconds to be a nice person. So sometimes I see like a brand new customer, they walk into the club, they look scared, like they've never been there before, and they're like, and then all the girls are just like sat there ignoring them. So I would like to walk up to the customer and say, hey, thanks for coming. I can see you're new here. So, you know, the bar's over there, the toilets are here. If you want any lap dances, we've got the prices here on the wall. So I'll let you have a couple of drinks and we'll come back and chat later. So I like to introduce myself without asking for a dance, just like quickly, so they're not scared. And I would also do the same thing if I see couples come in or like a group of women. If they seem nervous, so like I'll come and introduce myself to the couple, chat for a few minutes, like make them feel comfortable, and then I'll just leave. I'll leave without asking for a dance, just to like build the rapport, just to be like, it only takes me 2 seconds. You know, sometimes like couples have sat there on their own and no other girls will talk to them. They just come and sat there and they're just talking to somebody's, come in and break the ice. And a few times that's worked for me. I've only like chatted with them for a few minutes, but because no other girl like even spoke to them, they'll come up to me later and they tell me they want to dance with me because I was the only one that bothered to be nice. One other thing, just to be nice, I'm chatting to a customer. If they're telling me they're not interested in me for whatever, I say, oh, no problem. Is there another girl around here that you like? Or if they say they like another girl, then I would bring the girl to them. It only takes me a few seconds, yeah. People remembered me being nice. Maybe his friend might want to dance with me, and then the guy got the girl he asked for. So yeah, I just like to build trust and be nice. And then the other thing about going high with the prices, I always go with the highest on the price. And then after they say no to the higher end prices, to build trust again, I'll be like, okay, so when you're ready, here's the price list. So this is the lowest option. These are all the options. So here's the price list. So whenever you're ready, we can do it. This one used to always get me. Oh my God. So grass cutting, yeah. Grass cutting is a big no-no. Grass cutting is when I'm talking one-on-one with a customer, having a good chat. Another girl comes in, starts chatting with my customer, like cutting up our conversation when we're in the middle of chatting. Grass cutting is a big no-no. This used to happen to me all the time. And obviously it's no arguing in front of the customer. So you can't start like arguing with the girl in front of the customer. So when that would happen to me, I would like give the girl the evils, like staring at her, like, or sometimes like, hey, we were just chatting, like, you know, we're kind of busy. I say, hey, we're quite busy. And then the girl keeps going, the girl's continuing. This used to happen to me a lot, so I decided no more grass cutting. So then after this happened to me many times, afterwards, I take the girl to the side and I say, hey girl, this is like no good. And even sometimes, I'm not ashamed of it, man. If you're gonna grass cut me, I'm gonna tell my manager and I'm gonna complain to my manager. But you know, ever since I stood up to myself one time and nobody ever grass cut me again. So all it took was me to stand up for myself and girls stop grass cutting me. So if anyone grass cuts you, just stand up for yourself, but just don't argue in front of the customer. That's a big one, that's really helped. This is another question I never knew how to answer. Customers would say, so what are you gonna do to make the dance special? What are you gonna do that none of the other girls aren't gonna do? And I used to be, yeah, baby, I'll do something special. I got a special dance for you. Don't worry, I'll make it special. Yeah. And that's all I could come up with. I don't say that anymore. I know exactly what to say. What I say is, babe, we all follow the same rules, but all the girls are good. Of course, I'm going to say myself is good. But yeah, the thing I just say we all follow the same rules. But you can choose whoever you want. You like blonde girls, you like girls with fake tits, skinny girls, curvy girls. They all do the same, just whoever you like. So yeah, I finally found the answers to that question. That one always stumped me. So if you're actually there to try and make the maximum money possible, pay attention to the dances and the commissions, because in the VIP room costs a lot more, but they take a higher cut of your percentage. So you're actually coming back with less money than if you just danced in the normal room. You would have charged the same price as the normal room, but you're actually making less money in the VIP room. Well, not in all clubs because they got different price ranges, yeah? But just pay attention to how much commission they take in the VIP room and the normal room. So you might be better off just doing normal dances. And also the same with champagne sales. Occasionally, depending on which club, we will get a cut of, if we get the customer to buy champagne, we will get like a small cut of the champagne. But the champagne's $150 and I'll get like $20 from that. Or I can take the customer for a $150 lap dance and I'll be making $100. So I would rather my customers spend the money on the dances instead of the champagne. But all the clubs vary in prices anyway, but just pay attention, how much commission are you getting on each thing? But saying that, even though you make less money in the VIP room and the champagne sales, like if you want to get noticed by your boss and on the good side, they're going to remember the girls that make money for them. They'll remember the girls that are in the champagne room and make money. It doesn't really matter if they remember you, but if you want to stay on the good side for any reason, I just recap one more time the 10 things you should do. Just ask. Whatever it is, ask. Just ask. You got nothing to lose. Do not give too many price options. It's too confusing. Go high. If you're going to give an option, start at the highest. Always start at the highest option. Always ask them to extend. I've definitely had customers that look like they weren't enjoying the dance. They just sat there like they were hating it, and I didn't think they'd want to go again. And then I asked, and they did want to go again. So always ask. Always ask for tips, but never beg. Don't waste too much time like playing pool or in the smoking area. Just keep going around. Don't spend too much time talking. Build trust with them. Like, you know, it only takes a few seconds to help people out and say something nice. Build the trust. Don't let girls grass cut. Stand your ground without arguing or bitching. Just stand up for yourself and don't grass cut. My tip about, you know, what to say when, what were you that's going to do special? Just say everybody does the same thing and we follow the same rules. And then everybody wins. They want who they want regardless. And just calculate if you're going to make more money in the VIP room or the normal room. It would be really great if you guys or girls actually have some tips to give me. Please help a girl out and comment with any tips or let me know what tips you have. And I know a lot of the girls in my club watch this podcast too. I know a few of you watch it. So yeah, if I helped you out, let me know.